Who hasn't dreamt of falling in love with a prince and being swept off to live in his palace with his royal family? Unfortunately, real life rarely plays out like it does in our daydreams or in fairy tales. I'm Sarah Grace for Just Slay, and here are my thoughts on Oprah's interview with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Oprah's interview aired on CBS on Sunday night in a 2-hour special here in the US, and there were a number of striking moments. At first, I wasn't sure I wanted to watch the interview because I felt like Meghan and Harry had both suffered enough at the hands of tabloids and media sensationalism. But after much thought, I realized they offered to do this interview and they deserve to tell their story. There's no doubt that the British tabloids have been bullying Meghan. The evidence is seen in the way they treated Meghan versus Kate Middleton. When Meghan was pregnant, she would touch her belly, as pregnant moms do, and they would ask questions like, is it out of pride? Is it vanity? Is it just for the cameras? Is she acting? There was something very interesting that Meghan said. If you love me, you don't have to hate her, referring to Kate Middleton. And that's the thing. The tabloids seem to be trying to pit the two women against each other. Kate was the good girl, Meghan was the villain. The female dichotomy that comes up in so much of Western culture. Women can only be an angel or a devil, the sweet virginal girl next door, or the slut. And while there is clear racism in the treatment of the tabloids of Meghan, I would argue that there is also an added layer of sexism. Meghan also opened up about her mental health during her time as a working member of the royal family. It was hard to watch her and Harry talk about those dark moments. And while it feels like currently we're getting better about talking about these kinds of struggles, there's still a lot of shame and stigma surrounding mental health. The worst part about it is that Meghan asked to get help. And as she put it, the institution said no, that it wouldn't look good for the royal family's image. Can you imagine knowing you're struggling and asking for help and then getting told that it would look bad for your family's image? It broke my heart, and it was incredibly brave of her to open up about that. Oprah asked Meghan why she couldn't just check herself into a hospital, and Meghan pointed out that it was because she was essentially trapped. She didn't have access to her passport, her ID, or really anything because the institution took care of it. So even though she knew she needed to get help, and even though Harry knew she needed to get help, it was incredibly difficult to do. I can't imagine that situation. I feel so terrible for them. Additionally, we all know there's no doubt that the British tabloids had been bullying Meghan. Harry said that he didn't want history to repeat itself because he saw it heading there. But worse, in their situation, because there's also racism. I'm hopeful for Meghan and Harry, and I'm glad that they were able to move out here to the US, and I hope that they can live their lives in peace. But I'm also sorry that they had to go through all of that. Harry and Meghan continued to mention that they still talk to the Queen often, and I hope that their family can find healing. I'm Sarah Grace for Just Slay. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you soon.